I think the housing market has bottomed and we're going to start seeing home prices rise during the spring and summer months of this year. All right, if you look at this Redfin weekly housing market data information, you see right here, this blue line represents 2023 pricing information, medium home price, medium sell price to be exact. So you see right here, the prices were going down, and then it bottomed right here during the start date of January 2nd to the 29th of January 2023. And then now you're seeing a slight uptick right here. Now, the medium sale price, it didn't change, but if you look at the year over year percent change, you see it went from 0.7% higher than it was to 0.92% higher. And so you started to see prices starting to rebound from hitting its low about probably a week ago using this data. Now, this is Redfin data, so they're using information, using their own data sets, using their own type of recording and information, and probably pulling things from their listing. And this is for all Redfin metro areas. And so this is looking at the country as a whole. Hey, before we go on, make sure you all hit that subscribe button. A lot of you all watch my videos but are not subscribed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Every single area is different. So if you live in, for example, San Francisco or Austin, Texas, those areas where there were huge pandemic booms, right? You're going to see probably a decrease around this time, or you're going to see year over year changes in the negative. But overall, the medium sell price is still a little bit higher than it was last year. And just going back, I talked about this in a previous video, just going back to this, you're seeing it's starting to just follow the same trajectory that it did back in 2022. Yes, this blue line is not going to be up here, right? The year over year change is not going to be over 10% at all, right? If it stays around 1%, right, year over year change, you can expect this just to follow this black line of 2022, right? And so that means medium home sale prices will probably reach close to $400,000 in all metro areas. Now, if you look at all Redfin metro areas, for example, I talked about San Francisco. So if I go to San Francisco, just type in that, and then I look at their metro area, you see that the data is a little bit different compared to nationwide data. So right here, first of all, you have their medium sell price already at 5% lower than it was last year, right? Whereas in the nationwide data set, it was showing that it was actually an increase of 1%. And so different areas like where else? We could talk about Boise, Idaho. In the metro area of Boise, Idaho, you see this huge steep decline happening, and it's down 11% year over year, right? And so you could see that even back in 2022, it crossed the negative year over year change back in November, right, of last year. And so December of last year, they were already down 3% year over year. And so now you see them down around 11%. And so certain areas are not going to probably experience an increase or go back to prices they were experiencing last year. But nationwide, you may see the average medium sell price stay around the areas that it was compared to last year. Now, the Mortgage Banking Association releases information about mortgage applications on a week-by-week basis. And interesting enough, over the past 7 weeks of 2023, mortgage applications increased 4 out of the past 7 weeks. And yes, I know that is not a huge stat, but it shows that more people are applying for mortgages than not applying for mortgages. That just shows that more and more people are entering this market, entering back into buying homes. And yes, interest rates have a huge impact on mortgage rates. And so the higher mortgage rates are, usually that week is when the mortgage applications go down. If you look at this press release from the Mortgage Banking Association, for example, their most recent data shows that mortgage applications decrease, okay? But it increased the week before, then it decreased 2 weeks ago, and then they had 3 weeks of straight increases right in the beginning of January. So if you go over here to this chart, it shows the different increases in mortgage application. And so you see here, like the second week of January, mortgage applications went up over 27%, which is crazy. And then over 7% the next week, then it went down 9%, up 7.4%, and down 7.7%. So most of this year, there's been an increase in mortgage application. And so I think we're going to continue experiencing more mortgage applications and people looking for properties, and people just being realistic and understanding and just accepting that mortgage rates are over 6%, right? And they're going to look at their budgets and look at different ways they could cut costs and things of that nature. Yeah, so I just wanted to make this quick video just showing that mortgage applications have been increasing, and overall that we have sort of reached the bottom of the housing market, but I do believe home prices and the housing market will slow down this fall and winter. But I think this spring and summer, we're going to have similar prices than what we had last year. Just looking at the data, just looking at the different charts that I was looking at. All right, make sure you all subscribe to this channel down below. Make sure you like, and I'll talk to you all later.